Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to cut this stylish bustier blouse with an asymmetric hemline. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. So let's get right into the main video. So I'm going to rule a straight line here, which is going to serve as our starting line and our shoulder line. So from there I'm going to come down to take my vertical measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark that here and I'll extend the point across. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my under bust line. From my shoulder to my bust point, under bust point is 12 inches. I'm going to mark that here. I'll also repeat the same thing here just to have a straight line across. And I'll go ahead and extend this point across. Then from the shoulder line, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16 inches. I'm going to mark that. You know, from your shoulder to your waist in front and from your shoulder to your waist at the back is not the same. So do well to take the measurement appropriately because we have bust in front. So the front is always longer. So from my shoulder to my waist in front is 16, like I said earlier. I'm going to extend this point across. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my blouse length. So I'm going to be using 23 inches for the full length. It depends on how long you want yours to be. You can do more than 23 or you can do less than 23, but we are trying to recreate what we have on the thumbnail, so I'm using 23 inches as the full length. I'll go ahead and label my lines. This is my top line, this is my waistline, this is my under bust line, this is my bust line, and this is my shoulder line. I'm going to come to my shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder is 14 divided by 2 is 7. I'm going to come down at that point by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. I'll mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the neck width all the way to the shoulder slant. So I'm going to come down to mark my neck depth of 3 inches also. Though we'll not be needing this neck, it's just a guide. So I'm going to come down to mark my chest line. How to get your chest line: divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches, and that gives me 7. I'll go ahead and extend this point across, and I'm going to label this line my chest line. On my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here just to have a straight line from up, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. I'm going to come to this line here, divide it into 2 to get the midpoint, which is 3.5 here, and I'll go in by half an inch at that point. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'm going to mark it right here, and I'm going to connect all these points to form my armhole. I'm just going to connect with my curve rule this way. So the next thing is to mark our dart, and to mark our dart, we're going to divide our nipple to nipple measurement by 2. That is our bust span. My bust span is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to mark the 3.5 on the chest line, bust line, under bust line, waistline, and all the way to the full length. And I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. So I'm going to come to the under bust line here. On the center front here on this side, I'm going to mark half inch. Then on the side front, I'm going to mark 0.5 inches. But if you're a plus size person, on the center front, you can mark 1 inch. Then on this side, you can mark 1.5 inches, all right? So I'm going to do the same thing all the way to the top length. On the center front, half inch. On the side front, 0.75. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. So I'm going to come down from the bust line by 1 inch, and I'll use my curve rule to just connect from the under bust all the way to that point. So now we're going to determine where we want our blouse to start from. So I'm going to come up from the chest line by 1.5 inches. You can do 2 inch, you can do 1 inch. It depends on how you want your blouse to look like. So this is going to be our new chest line. I'm going to mark my bust span divided by 2 here also, and I will extend this point to that point like so. I'm going to tighten up this place, so I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of this line here, and I'll connect it back into the original line. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. This little dart I have here, I'm going to replace it here. I'll come to the under bust line, divide my under bust by 4. The dart I have here, I'm going to replace it. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement here as well. The dart here, I'm going to replace it. So I'm going to come to the hip line, divide my hip by 4. I'm going to mark it right here. the dart intake here, so I replace it. Then I'll add extra 2 inches to the hip measurement. You can do 1 inch. It depends on how free you want your hip to be. You can do 1 inch, you can do 1.5, you can do half inch. Like I say, it depends on what you want. I'll just go ahead and shape my pattern this way. So the next thing is to mark our bust dart. To mark your bust dart, this is the difference you have from your shoulder to your waist in front and back. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16, while the back is 14.5 inches. So the difference is 1.5 inches. I came down from the bust line by that 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to connect all the way this way. But by the time we close our bust dart, we're going to have both the back pattern and the front equal. All right, so the next thing is to work on the neckline. So we have a deep sweetheart neckline. So I'm going to come up from the bust line by half an inch. I'll come up here. It depends on how deep you want it. If you look at the thumbnail, it goes all the way to the bust line, but I don't want my bust to show, so I came up from the bust line by half inch, and I'm just going to connect this way. And this is it. The next thing is to work on the hem. So I'm going to come up from here by 3 inches, and I'll come down from here by half inch, and I'll just connect from here all the way to the 3 inches. So just pay attention to how I'm doing this. I'll just connect from here all the way to that 3 inches. So I'm going to close my dart before I connect to the other side. Make sure to close your dart this way, and I'll just connect from there all the way to the other side. So, and this is basically it for the front pattern. We'll just go ahead and cut this out. Make sure to close down your bust dart before cutting. So this is what we have for the front pattern. You can see how beautiful this came out. So we'll keep this aside just so we can work on the back pattern. For the back pattern, I have my zipper allowance of 1 inch here, and I'm already going to rule out the necessary lines, my bust line, waistline, and the full length. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. I'm going to mark it right here. Make sure all your measurements are taken after your zipper allowance. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. The neck width for the back and front must be the same, all right? And I'll just connect from here to the shoulder slant. The next thing is to come down to mark my chest line. I'm going to mark it right here, and I'll extend the point across as well. I'm going to come to the chest line here, mark my shoulder measurement here to have a straight line, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. I'll come to this line here, divide what I have here into 2 equal halves to get a midpoint. The midpoint of 7 is 3.5, and at that point I'll go in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'm going to mark it right here, and I'll go ahead and connect the point together to form my armhole this way. So the next thing is to mark our dart. Divide the nipple to nipple measurement by 2, just the way you did on the front pattern. I'm going to mark it on the chest line, on the bust line, on the waist line, and all the way to the blouse length. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. I'm going to come to the waistline here, mark half an inch on both sides of this line, and I'll come down from the chest line by 1 inch. I'll come down from the waistline by 6 inches, and I'll just go ahead and connect my dart. So I'm going to come off from the chest line by 1.5 inches, and I'll go ahead and extend the point across. I'll extend this dart also into the new chest line. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll come to the waistline. I'll mark my waist here, replace the dart. I'll come to the full length here. I'll mark my hip measurement here, and I'll add extra 2 inches just the way we did for the front. Remember that we've not added our sewing allowance, so you can go ahead and add your sewing allowance on the pattern paper, or you can do that when you are cutting on your actual fabric. So this is it, and I'm going to come to the waistline here on the zipper allowance and mark half inch here. The reason why we are doing this is to eliminate any form of bulginess and around this area, the excess we are supposed to have around this waist area. We're going to take it as so, just so our zip can lay very flat at the back. And this is basically it for for the back pattern. I'm going to give the back pattern a little curve here, so I'm going to come down by 1 inch here, and I'll connect it back into the chest line this way. This is not compulsory, it's optional. It depends on how you want your back to be. You can leave it straight or you can do this as well. And this is basically it for the back pattern. You can see what we have here, and this is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Do wait to like, share and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in the next video.